Hi everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood hanger hobbit with my first impressions on the P-47M-1-RE. Now, what do I think of this little big blue beastie?
I like it!
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up right there. I'm doing this as a first impressions and not a full review because I haven't had as much time to take this thing out as I'd like. Been getting physical therapy for a bum shoulder. Jesus Lord, does that hurt? You don't know what pain is till somebody grabs your arm and twists it in ways that God never intended it to be twisted. Oh, good Lord, did that hurt. Needless to say, with one arm down, it ain't been very easy to put out some playing videos. So, I'm just going to make this one a little first impressions and give y'all a little taste of this thing. Now this was a little gift from my little airman that you see in my profile picture. He decided to just give me a thanks for being around present and gave me this big bad boy. So I thought I'd take her out for a couple matches, see how she handles. Ooh, 109 wants to take head on? Here, kitty. Thank you. Why do they take head-ons with Thunderbolts? I mean, really. Good Lord, it's a flying tank. That is the last thing you want to do. Oh, he's going down alright. I've completely blown his tail surfaces. Anybody want to bet that somebody's going to kill steal it? Gaijin, you really need to do something about this. Either do Jengar's shared kill thing or make a fatal wound count as a kill or something, because I shouldn't have to pump 2,600 rounds into a plane just to make sure that somebody little twerp don't come along and snatch the damn thing. I mean, seriously. But frankly, this thing's so fun to fly, I honestly don't care. I really don't. If you've ever flown the Hitler bolt or the Stalin bolt, picture putting a super turbocharger on that sucker, making it climb like a homesick angel, and there you go. Oh, come here, come here. Ooh, low bridge. Excuse me. Thank you. Come again. I appreciate. Oh, the handling on this thing. The high-speed handling is just so good. I see somebody where... Oh, there you are. Sneaky little 109 trying to get away. I don't think so. Come here, buddy. It's okay. I'll make it quick. Oh, I see my little brother, the P-47D, trying to come in. Better do it quick, buddy, because if you miss, he's all mine. And yep, you borked that, buddy. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, thank you. Sadly, there's only one guy left, and he's running to space, so let me switch over to that next match. I'll be right back in just a second. Now, what you saw was the very first match I ever flew in that thing, and this is the very second. I decided I went high with the first one. I think I'd take it low with this one just to see how it handles at low altitude versus high altitude, you know. Some are really good at high altitude and stink at low. Some are the vice versa. Let's see how this baby handles. Yeah, I think this one handles just fine at low altitude. Yeah, this plane is good. If you like something that's big and heavy with a lot of firepower, good energy retention, yeah, that's this bird right here in a nutshell. This plane fits me like a glove. You guys know how I love me a good heavy, and this thing is practically the pinnacle of a heavy fighter. It's big, it's chunky, it's built like a tank, and it's got so much firepower that you can just mow through anything in your path. And this right here is a great example. I'm going to show you how good this thing is in the vertical. Because that Tempest thinks I'm going to take a head on with him. And I don't think so. 420s? I'm going to take this baby straight up in the vertical. And look at how good this thing dances. I mean, seriously, boys and girls, look at how easy it is for me to stay out of his guns. Do a perfect little flip over stall. And yep, he's out of energy. He's got nowhere to go. Thank you, I appreciate. Sadly, one thing you find with this is now the whole team's dead except for one guy again. See, they die too dang quick on you. You can't hardly get more than 2 or 3 kills. Well, I'll be right back with a little history of it. Now, I don't think you need to narrate this much because, well, it's killing bombers, and who doesn't know how to kill bombers, right? Point no, set on fire, run away. So let me tell you a little bit about this bird, which is pretty interesting. This is George E. Bostwick's Ugly Duckling. It originally was a P-47M-1-RE that they yanked off the line, ripped the motor out of it, and put a supercharged version of that motor in there, along with a much bigger supercharger. Basically, the idea was they needed something that could deal with an ME-262, the 162, the 163. So their idea was make a supercharged Thunderbolt, leave off the bombs and the rockets, and make that thing a high altitude interceptor to deal with the 262. And Mr. Bostwick was one of them that got to take it out. And he had a pretty good run with this thing, including killing a 262 and wounding another 262. So the idea worked. But that wasn't his only accomplishments. On June 7th, 1944, he nailed him a 109. And then July 4th, 1944, with a malfunctioning engine, he nailed 3 of them suckers. Yeah, see, there was a problem with having an engine tuned up this hot. Yeah, it tended to tear itself apart. They ended up pulling a lot of them off the line and turning them back into D28s and D30s because they just couldn't handle it. The engines would rip themselves apart cranking out that much horsepower. But he seemed to have some good luck with that sucker because he was racking them up. That little bit with the 30109s got him a Silver Star, but he was not even done that. 2 days later, flying this beautiful Ugly Duckling, he destroyed a 109 in the air over Beaumont, France, which gave him his ace. On September the 8th, he took out 3 190s on the ground over a German aerodrome. And then he did his final combat duty in January of 45 when he was reassigned to the 63rd Squadron. He flew his first mission on tour January the 10th, which was a raid on Cologne. Then on March 25, he became one of the few Allied pilots to get a confirmed kill on an ME-262. And then after that, on the 7th of April, he killed 2 190s on the ground near Bremen. Then he finally finished up his tour with a raid on Berlin and an attack on the Werder Aerodrome where he killed 4 more aircraft on the ground. So yeah, this guy racked up. And flying this plane, if this plane in War Thunder is any indication how this thing flew in real life, I understand why. Jesus, this thing is a beast. I mean, look at that. You just tear things apart with this big monster. And this baby's got a little secret that you won't find in your average P-47. You know what that little secret is? This thing has air brakes. That's right, this baby cannot overspeed. You cannot lawn dart this thing. If it ever starts to get too fast, all you got to do is flip that switch and boom, 200 kilometers an hour just instantly disappears. I've only had 5 matches to fly this thing out, but already I can tell I'm really going to like that feature. I can dive as fast as I want and never have to worry about compression or overspeed. And yet again, there's only one guy left, so let me head to the hangar to give you my first impression. Well, I know what you're asking. Is this thing worth $30? And my answer to that would be, do you like Thunderbolts? Do you like the Hitler Bolt? Do you like the Stalin Bolt? Because that's pretty much what this is. It's a Thunderbolt super prop. More power, more climb, more speed, better in a dive, especially with those air brakes. That is really freaking nice. So if you like that style of play, then yeah, I'd say it's worth the $30. I know some other YouTubers have said it gets lousy matchmaking, but that ain't what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing having trouble getting enough kills because everybody gets slaughtered before I get over there. This thing wants to climb so good I end up at 8K. Well, I'll try to give you a whole review once I've had a few more matches in this thing. But for now, be sure to like and share, and I hope to see you up in the clouds. Have a good one, y'all.